Hey guys, it's Darren from DeVille Vinyl. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my video. I got an update here, and this, as you can tell by the title, I got some jazz and reggae. We've gotten quite a bit of records over the last couple weeks, so I'm going to break this down into genres. I got some metal, classic rock, some psych. I got some records from it's called Electric Valley Records. They kind of remind me of Riding Easy Records, but they're overseas. I ordered it. It took almost 2 months to get my order. Not sure what was going on, but the shipping just seemed to take forever. But they got some really cool stuff on their website, so I picked up a few. So that'll be coming down the line. But today, like I said, I'm going to do some jazz and reggae. Mainly, I'm a hard rock metal kind of guy, but every once in a while I like to change up some genres, listen to something different. So jazz, I just started a couple years ago. Reggae, I've been listening to forever. Didn't have anything on vinyl until recently. Got some CDs, reggae, some, your standard Bob Marley, the Wailers, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, stuff like that, but kind of sparked to branch out and find some more stuff. So there's a seller on eBay that I bought from, and apparently that put me on the mailing list, and it's called Funk U Sounds. I think that's the name of the seller, but what he does is, or whoever the seller is, they'll put out an email once or twice a month, and they'll have a giant auction, hundreds of records, and it's always by genre. So he'll do metal, rock, country and blues, jazz, reggae, hip-hop, R&B, soul, stuff like that. So the stuff I'm going to show you today, the majority of it came from two of his auctions. Reggae auction and a jazz auction. Now a lot of this stuff, the high-end stuff, goes for crazy money, so I kind of I'll put stuff on my watch list on eBay, and then I'll kind of pick up the scraps afterwards, try to find some good deals. But so I'll start with the jazz. This one is called Jam Sessions. It's a reissue from 1982. It's on the Verve label. There's 5 saxophonists on here, along with a trumpet player. You got Oscar Peterson on piano, Ray Brown on bass, J.C. Hurd on drums, and Barney Kessel on guitar. Charlie Parker, Benny Carter, Ben Webster, so listened to it once so far. Still diving into this whole jazz thing, so still trying to absorb some jazz now. I'm not knowledgeable enough to tell you what this is, but as far as what type of jazz, I don't know if this would be classified as smooth or what, but so I'll give it another few listens and see how it goes from there. I normally like to listen to jazz in the morning. I'll listen to it anytime, but I seem to kind of flock to first thing on a Saturday or Sunday morning with my coffee. I just seem to enjoy jazz then. Here's Jimmy Smith, Bucket. I looked this up on Discogs to see exactly which version of this I had. And actually, I didn't even look up the ST. I looked on the label. It said BNST, so that's what I was looking up. But maybe I'll try this. So I think this originally came out in '66. Now this one just it's on Blue Note. It just says Blue Note, New York, New York, or New York, USA. The ones I saw on Discogs had Liberty on them. This doesn't. So, and I think somewhere I saw this is basically hard bop or bebop and smooth, combination of the two. Again, listen to this once and keep going. Now this one I only listened to the first side of side A. It's a double LP. It's a compilation. Echoes of an Era. Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. And this one, this is a reissue from 1982. And this is a great label. It's on the Roulette label. Love that label. Yeah, so like I said, I only listened to the first side of the first record. So definitely got to give this a listen. So that's it for my jazz. Those three. The rest are reggae. This one here, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Early Music. This is a compilation from '77. This stuff is, even though this was from '77, this is some early stuff. This is when Bunny Wailer and Peter Tosh were still in the band. And like this is stuff from the '60s here. This is doesn't really sound much like, you know, your typical Bob Marley and the Wailers. There's a lot of R&B, soul, rock and roll on here with a sprinkle of reggae. So I guess this is when they were still developing their sound. This is on a really cool label. Also, Kala. But again, it's a compilation. Came out in '77. Early Wailer stuff. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Babylon by Bus, double live. This was recorded at Maple Leaf Gardens, double live album, awesome album. This is released in 1979. I gotta use my cheat sheet because whenever I hit record, my mind goes blank. I can't remember what I even want to say. So I finally took some notes here. So you might see me just looking at them real quick, but otherwise I hit stop and it's like, oh man, I forgot to say this, I forgot to say that. So this again, this is from the eBay seller auction. Babylon by Bus. This one here, again, it's the auction. I was at work, had a meeting, so he had 4 or 5 copies of this record. So I picked a couple, put my max bid on, went to my meeting. A few hours later, I remembered to check and I actually won 2 of them. One of them was just under my max. The other one was like $10 below my max. So, And that is Whalers Burning. Now somebody wrote Superpower. I probably can't get that off. But so I got two of them. They're two different covers. One of them is darker, as you can see. The other one has like a hype right on the record itself. I Shot the Sheriff. This one's kind of ripped there. Now they're both on the Tough Gong label, and look, they wrote Superpower there too. This one has the UPC code. I'm not sure if the other one does, but so they're both on the Tough Gong, but they're totally two different labels. This is probably my favorite Whalers album, and this is the one they made right after this is when Bunny Wailer and Peter Tosh left the band. And that's after this album it became Bob Marley and the Wailers. Up until here it was just the Wailers. I'll show you. Let me take it out. You can't really see that. Again, this is the same, it's Tough Gong, but completely different. I like this label. This one's a pretty cool label. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is probably my favorite Wailers record. And this, I don't know if I said, this is 1973. But you can see the back, there is no UPC on this one. I'm guessing this one's probably older. This one we just got yesterday. We were down at a farmer's market, and around this area, not only at farmer's markets do you get your vegetables, your produce, your meats, cheeses, breads. They also have stores in there, so this one has a record store in it. So I have this one on CD. I got it, I think I got it when it first came out, which was 2011, but found it on vinyl. Never thought I would find this on vinyl, but Bob Marley, the Wailers, Live Forever. This is live from September 23rd, 1980, Stanley Theater in Pittsburgh. And now when I got the CD, it was double CD, 2 CD. This is a 3 LP, 180 gram. The CD came with a T-shirt. This came with a booklet. Oh, well, there goes that stuff. A little bit of stories, pictures of the band. This was kind of like stuck to the back. It was shrink wrapped in there. That was the hype sticker. I just stuck it to the back of that. This, it's like a book. It's pretty cool. And here's your LPs. $7.50 to see this concert. And then came also with the CDs, which is pretty cool. I already have them, so those CDs will just stay there. Haven't listened to this yet. Obviously, I've listened to the CDs, but I haven't listened to the vinyl. See what it sounds like. Probably do that today sometime. Next one is a compilation, some various artists. This is Gems from Treasure Isle. That was a recording studio in Jamaica. And I only know that because I was reading on it, so didn't know anything about this. Another auction, got it at a fairly good price. That was a good way to get some more reggae, some various artists, compilation. This was released in 1982. There's Alton Ellis, the Melodians, Tommy McCook, and the Supersonics, Phyllis Dillon, Techniques, Dennis Al Capone, Ken Parker, Tommy McCook, the Three Tops, the Paragons, Hugh U. Ray. So listen to this, really good. We enjoyed it. We actually got to listen to it yesterday. We were just sitting out on the patio having a beer. Oh, speaking of which, cheers. This is an IPA I made for Vilma. Smells like pineapple juice from the hops that I use, but it's only like 3-4%. It's not even 4%, so it's a great crushable summertime beer. Almost forgot I had that beer there. Too worried about my notes. I forgot about my beer. So this is on the Trojan record label. Next one again. No, I think I found this one in a shop. I didn't get this from the auction. The Wailing Souls. I don't know if they still kind of got that name from the Wailers, but very similar to the Wailers. Now, apparently, even though this guy has a guitar in his hand, what I gathered is they're just a vocal group. They have other musicians, studio musicians that did the music. But, I don't know, man. Something looks wrong with this guy's, the angle of his head here. Doesn't look right. Looks like, doesn't look like that. His head should fit on his body there. I don't know. It's just me. This is a cool record label. Green sleeves. This was released in 1982. Cool label. Last one. This was from the auction. Various artists, compilation. Cornerstone Church of Music Recording Congress presents Untold Reggae History, Vintage Classics, Volume 1. And this also, I assume this Cornerstone Church of Music is a record label, because that's what's on the label. And again, another cool label. Couldn't find a date when this one was released. I was just looking to see if I had a date on it, but there was not. I found this on Discogs, but Discogs didn't even have a date. There was only one version of it on there, so. This music reminds me of, there's this TV series that we used to watch. I think it's an English TV series, Death in Paradise it was called. It may even still be on, but we don't watch it as much anymore, if at all, but it kind of reminds me of the music they used to play on that show. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Till next time. Like I said, I got classic rock, some metal, psych. There's some that Electric Valley records. They kind of have like psych doom metal stuff that's pretty awesome. I picked up a few records from them, bands I never even heard of. I gave a shot. So yeah, see you again.